Nutso the squirrel was small, but tough as nails. He had 2 championship belts. One was sparkly gold and very shiny. The other was shiny silver, gleaming in the light. His opponent was Wolfgang the Wolf, a fierce competitor. Wolfgang was big and growled a lot, showing his teeth. He had 1 championship belt worn with pride. It was made of leather. "Grrr!" growled Wolfgang menacingly. "I'm gonna win those belts." Nutso just laughed confidently. "Not if I can help it," he chirped defiantly. The arena was packed to the brim. Animals cheered from every corner. Monkeys hooted, birds tweeted. A bear ate popcorn. The lights dimmed. Music boomed loudly. Nutso and Wolfgang entered the ring. The crowd went absolutely wild. "Go Nutso!" shouted a little rabbit excitedly. "Woof, woof, Wolfgang!" barked a pack of dogs loudly. The referee rang the bell. The match finally began. Wolfgang charged at Nutso with all his might. His eyes were locked on the nimble squirrel, determined to catch him this time. The forest echoed with the sound of his heavy paws pounding the ground. He was fast, for a wolf, but Nutso was faster. The squirrel darted through the trees, his tiny feet barely touching the ground. Wolfgang's breath came in heavy pants as he tried to keep up. Nutso dodged out of the way just in time, leaving Wolfgang to stumble. Quick as a flash, Nutso climbed the ropes in the wrestling ring, his agile body moving with ease. He jumped off, doing a flip in the air. The crowd gasped in awe at Nutso's acrobatics. He seemed to defy gravity, twisting and turning with perfect precision. He landed right on Wolfgang's head. "Thump!" went Wolfgang. He shook his head, trying to clear the stars that danced around his vision. He was dizzy. Nutso was quick, and Wolfgang knew he had to be careful. Nutso used his tail like a whip, swinging it with expert precision. The crowd cheered, knowing what was coming next. He whacked Wolfgang on the nose. "Yip!" yelped Wolfgang. "That hurt!" He stumbled back, holding his nose, while Nutso stood triumphantly, ready for the next move. The battle of wits and agility continued, each move more daring than the last. Section 4. Who will be top dog or squirrel? Wolfgang was angry now. His eyes glowed with fury as he faced his tiny opponent, Nutso the squirrel. The crowd roared with excitement, sensing the tension in the air. He grabbed Nutso by the tail, lifting him high above the ground. The audience gasped, wondering if this was the end for the brave little squirrel. He swung him around and around like a lasso at a rodeo. Nutso held on tight, his tiny paws gripping his tail for dear life. He kicked his legs furiously, trying to break free from Wolfgang's grasp. With a burst of energy, Nutso kicked Wolfgang right in the chin. "Oof!" grunted Wolfgang, stumbling backward from the unexpected blow. The crowd erupted in cheers, amazed by Nutso's resilience. Wolfgang let go of Nutso's tail, and Nutso bounced back, landing gracefully on his feet. He quickly darted away, putting some distance between himself and the towering wolf. Despite his small size, Nutso was incredibly strong and agile. He charged at Wolfgang with all his might, tackling the wolf's legs with a force that surprised everyone. Wolfgang crashed to the mat with a thunderous thud. The arena shook as the mighty wolf fell, and the crowd went wild, chanting Nutso's name. The little squirrel had proven that size doesn't matter when you have the heart of a champion. Section 5, and the winner is... The crowd went crazy. Could Nutso win? The anticipation was palpable, and everyone was on the edge of their seats. The air was electric with excitement as the final moments of the match unfolded. Wolfgang got back on his feet. He was wobbly, his legs trembled, and his vision blurred, but he was determined not to give up. The crowd gasped as they saw him struggle to regain his balance, but he wasn't done yet. With a fierce look of determination, Wolfgang steadied himself. His eyes locked onto Nutso, and he prepared for one final attempt to turn the tide of the match. He charged at Nutso again. The ground seemed to shake as Wolfgang sprinted with all his might, his powerful legs propelling him forward like a freight train. Nutso closed his eyes and braced himself. He could feel the wind from Wolfgang's charge and knew he had to hold his ground. The tension was unbearable, but Wolfgang ran right past him. The crowd was stunned. What was Wolfgang thinking? Had he lost his sense of direction in his dizzy state? He jumped out of the ring. "What?" yelled the referee. The audience was in disbelief. Was this a strategic move or a desperate mistake? "Wolfgang is out of the ring! That means..." The referee's voice echoed through the arena as everyone held their breath, waiting for the final announcement. "The winner is... Nutso the squirrel!" The crowd roared. Nutso had won! The arena erupted in cheers and applause. Nutso's fans were ecstatic, and the little squirrel could hardly believe his victory. He raised his tiny fists in the air. His heart swelled with pride as he looked around at the cheering crowd. This was his moment of triumph. He was still the champ. The championship belt gleamed in the spotlight as Nutso held it high. He had defended his title against all odds. "Hooray!" cheered the little rabbit. The joy was infectious, spreading through the crowd like wildfire. Even the bear eating popcorn smiled. It was a rare sight, but the bear couldn't help but join in the celebration. It was a good day to be a squirrel. Nutso's victory was a testament to his perseverance and courage. The crowd's cheers echoed in his ears as he basked in the glory of his hard-earned win.